is so humid. It is so humid here. It's so humid. You know what? It's not been hot all summer. Not at all summer. And we normally have a very dry climate up here in Washington, but it's really humid right now. It's only like 86 degrees, but it's like 90% humidity. I'm almost certain of it. Either that or someone's like hiding in my office, like squeezing a mister at me or something. Like those misters they have in Vegas where it just kind of like hangs in the air and dries out and drops into sand. I don't know if you've ever been to Vegas. It's awful. Anyway, I wanted to get some books off my desk because I have a lot of new books that I haven't shown you that I've got. I'm getting to the point where I'm seriously in need of a new bookcase. My YA case is done. It's done. I can't even fit any more books in there unless I start double stacking them. But I did get some books, and I got the last book that's actually going to show up in my Halloween to be read pile, my YA horror video thing that I'm going to be making pretty soon. So I wanted to show you those, and I wanted to talk a little bit about reviews and things like that. And I think I'm going to talk about the reviews first because there was a little weird experience I had on Goodreads where a couple of books popped up in my thread that I was really interested in reading, and this kid reviewer, this guy, he's probably like, I want to say younger teens, did this review that was so hateful and so like bashing the author versus bashing the work or what they didn't like about the book. And it got me to thinking about, wouldn't it be interesting to start incorporating your own sort of emotional state at the time of reading a book? Because I mean, when you read a book, it's a relationship. You're bringing all of your shit into it as well. It's not, your take on a book is going to be completely different than the person next to you. What you take away, or what it sparks emotionally, or what kind of memories it brings up when it hits on those things. When the author's words really kind of pinpoint an experience for you that resonates. And so, you could read a book when you're a teenager and read it again when you're like 35, 40, and it's a completely different experience. You could hate it then, you could love it when you're older, or vice versa, And I think it would be interesting to talk about that as a part of a review. Do people do that? Because I think I'm going to start doing that, but I won't. But I probably won't, because that would indicate that that I'm going to be reviewing books, and I'm not going to do that. I'm still just wanting to recommend the stuff I like. And I think what really got me talking about reviews and thinking about reviews, was that Misty the Book Rat had this tag that was going on a while ago, and in one of the questions in that tag, because I was seriously considering doing the tag, and I printed up the questions and everything, and one of those questions was, what was the book that really disappointed you this year, or this first half of the year? And I was like, I can't do this tag, because I was seriously considering at that point talking about a specific book that did disappoint me, because despite the fact that I recommend all these books, I don't recommend books that I don't like. And there are books I've read that I did not like this year, and I just don't want to talk about them. And so I thought maybe this could be a way to talk about them, because I could blend my experience into it a little bit, and I don't know. But I would love to see it if people are talking about that in terms of like the relationship between your own emotional state and a book at the time and all. Is that too psychotherapy? I don't know. It's just a question I'm throwing out there. But something else that I wanted to talk about, which is really cool, is that sort of a hidden perk to being a writer and being involved in these blogging groups with a bunch of debut authors is they send you arcs in the mail. Well, we have more like this thing where we do an arc tour, I guess, amongst all the authors, and so I've got 2 this week in the mail, and I'm super excited. The first one is Marissa Burt's Storybound, and Marissa's she's really cool. She's we're the harbingers of doom. She lives up near me, and so we meet occasionally for coffee with J. Anderson Coates, whose book The Wicked and the Just is coming out next year, I think February, and Megan Bostic, whose book Never 18 comes out in January. So, and Storybound comes out April 12th. So that's exciting. I am excited to read it. It says Inkheart meets Neverending Story. I'm excited. The next book I got was Jessica Spotswood's Born Wicked. Now this one comes out also February 2012, and it's about witches, and it looks historical, and I'm kind of excited. I'm excited. And it's got one of those butter covers again. I'm being taunted by those buttery covers. I'm going to ask for one. All right. So getting on to books that I got in the mail that I ordered, oddly enough. Actually, I want to do this one real quick. Anya's Ghost. Again, Misty the Book Rat recommended this like crazy, and Vera Brosgol is the author, and this is a graphic novel. And I didn't know it was a graphic novel at the time, but I tore through this so quick. I'm going to have to talk about it in Book Show. For sure. Like, for sure. I got Neil Shusterman's Unwind, and was excited to get that. None of these are from Borders, oddly enough. I haven't gone back for the sale yet. I got John Green's Looking for Alaska. I have Paper Towns, but I've heard that this is like the one. And then I got Solstice, the second book in the Devouring series. I hardly ever buy second books in series. Hardly ever. I'm not a big fan of reading series. I feel like the minute that I read the second book in a series, I'm tossing a debut novel out the window that I'm never going to be able to get a chance to read, which might sound completely insane, but it's truly how I feel. A book that I didn't get to finish that I started reading last year was Hold Me Closer, Necromancer. Ended up having to go back to the library early, so I bought this and I'm excited. I actually got this on Amazon clearance. These next two were also Amazon clearance. I got Paranormalcy from Kirsten White, and I heard that's really funny. And actually, Hold Me Closer, Necromancer has a sort of a funny kind of horror feel to it as well. And then this last book showed up as being YA, but I've never really thought of Kelly Link as being a YA author. Pretty Monsters sounds really intriguing, though, and I'm going to read the inside cover flap because it's really quick. This book contains 9 short stories, and a phone booth in Las Vegas, aliens, unhelpful wizards, possibly carnivorous sofas, a handbag with a village inside it, Tennessee fainting goats, dueling librarians, a statue of George Washington, a boy named Onion, pirates, an undead babysitter, a nationally ranked soccer player, shapeshifters, an unexpected campfire guest, and drawings by Sean Tan. So I'm a sucker for illustrations and weird mixes of ideas. And it sounds like that's all in this one. I'm excited to read Pretty Monsters. And that's all I got for you. I don't know. What else is there? What did you guys, what? I don't know. Answer me about those review things, because I'm really kind of excited to hear about it. And that's it. That's it. I'll be back. I think my next video is probably going to be my YA Rebels video this Sunday, so make sure to watch it. I'll talk to you later.